each year, when we plan for this Women's History Gala, we have a theme. And this year, the theme has been and is weaving the story of women's lives. And have we ever been listening to the stories of women's lives? Now, Cathy Monroe has so many important threads woven into her life. I'm usually telling people that. Cathy is an inspiration and a model to many. Cathy moved with her family to live on a Redwood Valley ranch at the time of her high school years. And she graduated from Ukiah High School. Always a girl of the outdoors, after graduating from Stanford University, Cathy returned to Mendocino County with some of her Stanford classmates to launch a new school at her family ranch, Mariposa School. During the 80s, Cathy was, I think, the first woman to run for Mendocino County Board of Supervisors. Oh, there's actually two of you. Okay. Cathy worked for North Coast Opportunities before making a 24-year teaching career with elementary school students at Oak Manor School. It was during those years at North Coast Opportunities that I got to know Cathy. I think that was in the early 70s when we were both working on social programs. Cathy has been for years and continues to be a leader on the Russian River Cleanup Project. She was a founding director of the Redwood Valley Outdoor Education Project and continues to serve as a member of the board of directors. Cathy now serves as the president of the board of directors of Yoga Mendocino. Cathy volunteers for so many needs in the community as well as personal needs of others. Loving animals, Cathy has developed, this is something I know personally, a special healing treatment with horses. And I might add, I think of this as sort of her being sort of one of those horse whisperer types. That she even worked on me when I had a brain injury, so I can even say she can even do the horse whispering on people. Cathy has a regular presence at community events where she consistently brings her positive approach and intelligent considerations to issues. During the past few years of her retirement, Cathy has been taking art classes from Adele Pruitt and showing her art in the shows around the community. She has been a beacon in the community as an educator and as an environmentalist. Through her example, Cathy Monroe has woven the threads of her life into improving the fabric of our community. So, it is not only what Cathy has done or achieved. To me and how I see it, it is how, and I think many of you, it is how Cathy does everything with a certain quiet grace. I have been calling her a volunteer extraordinaire. She is a special kind of Renaissance woman. Cathy Monroe is a mother, a sister, an aunt, and a friend to many. What a wonderful privilege it is to present this 32nd Annual Women's History Gala Award to our honoree and my friend, Cathy Monroe.
Okay, I haven't given this speech in a while, so I have it all written down. I'll try to go quickly. We're a timekeeper there. First of all, I want to thank you for the honor of being selected. In the proclamation, I am described as a volunteer extraordinaire. But there are many extraordinary volunteers in this community, as many of you are here. It's what makes this an extraordinary community. People joining in organizations, sharing their skills and interests, taking on all kinds of projects, or simply as neighbors, taking the time to contact and build neighborhoods. Or family supporting family. This is a most generous community, both with its money and its time. Such an investment of ourselves goes beyond the old adage, time is money, to qualities of place that are priceless. I experienced this most directly myself when my home was destroyed in a fire a few years ago. The outpouring of support from family, friends, and the community at large was so overwhelming that I found myself counting my blessings instead of my losses. I enjoy being a catalyst, helping spark ideas and the synergy of working with others. I've been fortunate to have a life filled with opportunities to take action. Growing up on farms, there's our rural life here again, there was always plenty to do, either by myself or with others. Family recreation often came in the form of work parties. My parents were wonderful models of teamwork, treating each other with respect and as equal partners. I was part of our family involvement in church activities and 4-H. I witnessed men and women, boys and girls, all working together on various projects, taking turns in leadership and supporting roles and practicing responsibility. As I grew up, I was surrounded by adults volunteering. I assumed this was a part of being a grown-up. And how could I not be involved with the activism of college life in the 60s? Upon graduation, a friend who was excited about new possibilities in education gathered together fellow graduates to start an alternative school on my parents' ranch. I was impressed with my homecoming to Greater Ukiah that here was a place open and willing to support new ideas. Mariposa School continued on, moving to its own site, and I found a new niche at North Coast Opportunities, the OEO agency for Lake and Mendocino counties. Small then, but thinking big, NCO was a real incubator for programs that address community needs and social issues. I was being paid to be a catalyst and build my skills in assessment, collaboration, and creating common visions. I look back fondly at the community builders I was privileged to work with and those who supported my bid for public office. When I became a public school teacher as a single parent, my community narrowed, but again I found great collaboration. Ukiah is full of dedicated teachers willing to put in extra time and energy to make learning meaningful. Teaching gave me an opportunity to share my love for the environment. Science included raising steelhead in the classroom, creating a school garden, and helping launch the Redwood Valley Outdoor Education Project. Through teaching, I gained new perspectives about our community and the importance of the many caretakers. And as a single mom, I benefited from the many people who helped raise my son, right here in the audience, and are most grateful to this community, our home at large. As exciting as it is that we now can see doctors, lawyers, nurses, policemen, or women, firefighters, politicians, and teachers in gender-neutral pictures, we must always honor the critical role of the nurturing homemaker. And we all need to be nurturing homemakers for our big home, planet Earth. To remember all our relations, as a Pomo elder advised, all the plants and animals that intertwine to create life here on Earth. As a community educator, I enjoy sharing my enthusiasm for the environment and our rich natural inheritance. Having experienced Santa Clara County's transformation from the bountiful garden of earthly delight to bustling Silicon Valley, I know how rapidly people can alter the landscape, mindless of consequences. One of my new projects at the RVOAP is a butterfly habitat monarch way station. It saddens me that the norm for future children may be void of butterflies. When I first started teaching, I could find monarch caterpillars on milkweed patches. They are disappearing. I brought a display board, my educator roll here, around the corner for you to look at and check out what the project's about and what you might be able to do. And there's some free milkweed seeds. As you can tell, I'm always looking for collaborators. And maybe in my honor, you might even leave a weed patch, hold back on the weed whacking, to leave something for the caterpillars. As you know, I've worked with the Russian River Cleanup. There's a great movie that can inspire us to think about how we can be serving our watershed better. It's going to be shown free at the museum on March 22nd. But my big call for collaboration is to act upon climate change. The female stereotype of shop till you drop has got to change. We as consumers have tremendous power. And because of the nature of politics, things don't always move as quickly as they maybe need to. Our lifestyle choices make a difference. I am proud that my son, Ian, my child whose village helped raise,